Welcome to FloTrack's coverage of the 2007 Pre-Nationals in Terre Haute, Indiana. This is the first race of the day. It is the men's blue race. As you just saw Bobby Curtis, and as you see the 29th ranked Virginia Cavaliers. There are many ranked teams here. There you see Lopez Lamong. He is the class of the field. He won the 2007 Roy Griak a couple weeks ago. And then there is Iona. They are ranked 4th, the second highest ranked team in this race behind Wisconsin, but Wisconsin's not running their A squad. As you see Dave Smith of Oklahoma State, and they are ranked 6th. Oklahoma State Cowboys are ranked 6th in the country. Tons of ranked teams in this race. I believe 10 or so as we get ready for the gun. And they're off. We're running through some of the teams here. Trying to say them all, but it's Northern Arizona.
One of the greatest scenes in all sport is the start.
Alabama,
the huge cross-country meet. Here we go.
UCLA,
Blue race,
Iowa
Pre-Nats coming your way, right up the straightaway.
Oklahoma State, Wisconsin, Florida State,
Should be a lot of fun to watch. We'll pass on the course of this 5-mile race to you as it
Clemson,
unfolds.
Michigan State, Columbia, Iowa, Tennessee, Dartmouth, the Saints, Wyoming, Georgia, Cincinnati, Montana State, Nebraska, Arizona, and Morehead State. IUPU, Dayton, and Mississippi. I talked to Dave Smith of Oklahoma State about why he comes to Pre-Nats.
Yeah, it's really important. I think we've still got a lot of young guys. We brought 12 guys to this race. We'll run 7 in the A race and then 5 more in the B race. I think more than anything for the young guys, they're coming from the high schools or registering last year. They've never been in a situation where there's 250 people going out at 440 pace, and you can be in 250th place and panic if you're not used to that. And I think in the past we didn't come to this race, and we show up at Nationals and they go through that first time shock at Nationals and end up at 220th place at the end of the race. And I think that's obviously not what we want to happen. So we've come for the last 3 or 4 years now, and I think it's been good, especially for the young guys.
Back here at 1K, they passed a couple seconds ago, 240, so they're really moving, and it looks like it's Courier of Louisville, then it's Lopez Lamong, Courier of Wyoming, and Kippergott of Louisville, and then behind him, Tulsa's Henshaw, as you see the runners run by. I talked to Lopez Lamong about what he expected from this race.
Of course, I like pre-nationals. I like the course here and stuff. It's gonna go a little bit faster, fast in maybe like the next 2Ks or 3Ks or something, and then the race will settle down, and that's where everything will calm down and go for the time or something, because it's beautiful weather. So it's gonna be a very good fast times coming up this weekend.
Lopez as they come through the 2K in 5:37. We'll listen to a couple more of Lopez's interviews throughout the race here, as you see Oklahoma State runners, some Clemson runners. I think that's David Torrance of Cal, as Andrew Ledwith of Iona is kind of far back there. He's been looking. He said he wanted to be in the top 10. I think it was Carl Moe of Washington in the picture there, as it's a Louisville duo there, Kippergott and Courier, and then behind him Lopez Lamong, and then on Lopez Lamong's shoulder is Emmanuel Bohr of Alabama. But it is, as you see them come by, it's Bobby Curtis and Mayo behind them. And then I believe it is Jeremy Johnson, Courier, and Henshaw. As you see the Iona runners, and I believe a couple Washington runners there, as all the men run by now.
Let's go, Kuringawa!
And it's really packed back there. It's definitely feels like Nationals, as Emmanuel Bohr has taken the lead from Lopez Lamong, and he is making a break for it. He's kind of early, as you see Lopez and the Louisville duo behind Lamong there, and then behind him it looks like Bobby Curtis is in 6th place. I believe that it is, maybe 5th place. And I actually talked to Emmanuel Bohr yesterday about his strategy. What are you going to try to do?
Just gonna be there, right there in the front line. Then I just sit there with these guys, ready to run with those guys.
So you're not going to let the leader out of your sight?
I'm thinking of leading, but sometime I'll just wait and see those guys. If they lead, I'll just relax. If they don't lead, I'll just move it.
So do you think there's a K or a certain time in the race that you might go for the win?
Yeah, I'm thinking of going. Although it's my secret, but I'm thinking of going in almost at the end of the 2 to 3K.
All right.
Then I'll just hit the base. Yeah.
So what place would you be happy with tomorrow?
First place, second place, it's okay for me.
Back as Moore simply signaling the Le Mans, as you see, I think that's Courier and Kiplagat of Louisville, and then it's Johnson and Bobby Curtis, Mayo of Alabama, and I believe that is Ramos of UCLA, as Boris continues to be talking to Lopez here, as Lopez is just going to come up on in a second up on Boer's shoulder. Boer of Alabama, Lopez Lamong of Northern Arizona, and then it's Courier of Louisville behind him, and then it's Kiplagat of Louisville, as it looks like Boer and Lamong are just floating over this course here. As you see the rest of the pack, as it's really bunched up back there, and as we try to listen in on Jerry Schumacher of Wisconsin.
Look, it's 10th place. You're running perfect, guys. Now you keep moving.
Wisconsin not running their A team. Jerry's been known to do that, but I'm sure they're going to be ready come November 19th as Boer and Lamont still go 1-2, and Boer continues to talk to Lopez. I don't know if Lopez is talking back, but Boer definitely wants to have a conversation going, as still Courier of Louisville behind them in third place. As we're coming up here on the 5K, it's about 14:25 or 24:25 there, and it's Boer and Lamont, and then the second pack, and it looks like Bobby Curtis, and they're about 9 seconds back, and 34 as it's Curtis, Johnson, and the two Louisville runners. And we'll be waiting for, looks like Mayo of Alabama to cross, Courier of Wyoming, Henshaw of Tulsa, and Ramos of UCLA. And then here comes the pack of runners. These guys are important for the team race. I talked to Greg Metcalf of Washington yesterday and asked what he expected.
I think that our group is better than we were a year ago. We were 12th at the NCAA a year ago, and I think last year we were, 8th or maybe even 10th here. And again, our region is pretty deep right now, so it's just here. This is just midway through the season. I think we ran solid at the Dellinger meet 2 weeks ago, but we got to come on here and run better than that, and hopefully beat teams that again help our chances to get back here in 6 weeks.
And we're back here, and that is Lopez Lamong on your right, Emmanuel Boer of Alabama on your left. Sorry about the shaky camera, and you can see in the background Bobby Curtis in the white, and it looks like Jeremy Johnson of New Mexico, New Mexico in the background as they pass the two Louisville runners. But it is right now Lopez and Boer battling it out, and then I would believe that Curtis, as you see, Curtis has dropped back in the background, and Jeremy Johnson of New Mexico is moving up, looking well here. Bobby Curtis had a great breakout year last year, well, as did Lopez Lamong. Lopez Lamong got 5th in cross country, and then he won the 3K indoors and won the 1,500 meters outdoors. Was close to making the world team in the 800, which surprised some people, but he had a strenuous time before USA seeing if he was going to make it or not. To be a citizen, Last minute he became a U.S. citizen and was allowed in the meet. And I actually talked to Lopez Lamong because this year's a little bit different. The Northern Arizona team is really good. They won Roy Griek, so let's hear what Lopez has to say.
Now, how is this year different? You guys got more of a team this year, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So is it different? Instead of just kind of you by yourself, now you have a team in contention.
Oh yeah, it's actually give me a lot of motivation also, to really enjoy hanging out with the guys and running with the guys and having actually a team whereby we have a goal of accomplishing big stuff big things this year. So we have a lot of bodies. We feel our shoes already, and we're just ready to go right now. In November 19th. So hopefully everybody will come back healthy and get things going.
Back as Lopez Lamong just made a move on Boer. He's got about a couple meters now, and he is breaking them. It looks like it's about a little under 7K, if I'm correct here. over 6K, no, just about 6K, excuse me about that. It's Lopez Lamong making a break here, and Bohr is falling back. And then I believe it is Curtis in third place, but it is Lopez Lamong. You see assistant coach Aaron Rodgers cheering him on, but it is all Lopez. Lopez is strong as he passes the 7K. That is Lopez Lamong, and he has broken Bohr of Alabama. Bohr probably went a little bit too early, and it looks like Bobby Curtis in the white in the background is catching up to Bohr. Let's see if he can get him before the finish line here. But it is all Lopez Lamong, the 1,500 meter U.S. champion, the 3,000 meter indoor NCAA champion. As he's coming around the final turn here, he's looking back, cruising, running a crazy fast time. I believe it is on meet record, course record pace. Lopez Lamong of Northern Arizona just recently became a U.S. citizen. As we're up here with about 50 meters to go, I'm just going to let you look at that stride there.
Speed up.
Amazing run. Lopez Lamong kissing his finger. He's pumped up now. He's got the victory. And Bobby Curtis has taken the lead from Emmanuel Bohr. We'll try to get that here in a second, but it's all Lopez Lamong. Northern Arizona, the king of Flagstaff, as some people have called him. But Lopez Lamong going to break a course record here. He's looking at about 23 minutes for this 8K.
He's halfway through. Going to be just a tick
Let the
over
announcer
23
take him in.
as he comes across the line. Lopez Lamong, just under 10
That's a course
seconds.
record at 23:02, and then there is Bobby Curtis of Villanova. He took over second place, running a great race here. He's going to be about 23:10.
Great closing,
23:09 for Bobby Curtis, and then behind him is Emmanuel
Breaking
Bohr. There is Emmanuel Bohr of Alabama.
Here comes Bohr.
And he's going to come through at
Johnson.
23:18.
Bohr of Alabama.
And then there's Jeremy Johnson of New Mexico. That's definitely a great race for him. He comes
Johnson
through in fourth
finishes
place,
for New
23:26,
Mexico.
and then I believe it's
Correa and the rest of the field now. The blue race
Northern Arizona.
coming
Nice
through.
1-2 punch for Arizona.
New course record, Lopez
That
Lamong.
is the men's blue race. Thanks for watching it on
Nicely
Flow Track.
done.